All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Dougie and the W, which is brought to you by the Doug Serravo Show. So this is your weekly Friday show, and we're going to go over a few points. And the first point that I want to hit is Paige Buckers' debut. And, Paige may not be that superstar player like, she puts up the high numbers where she averages 25 points per game, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. She's showing that she's a team player and that if the Dallas Wings want to go anywhere, they have to build around her. And, they have Arike Ananoke, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. They have Maddie Zygris. They have all these great players, but you need someone that could be your star. You could be this top player and build around them. The way the Thunder are building around Shea and Chet. Paige might be averaging 13 points a game, 4 rebounds per game, and 6 assists per game. But at the end of the day, the way she performs, the way she plays, is she's a team player. She makes everyone around her better. Looking for the best moment to pass, to shoot. And I think that's, the Wings may be 0-3, but for me, that says a lot for Paige and where she's going so far in her WNBA career. I think stats can be an overrated stat, but I look at the eye test and how she's performing. She hit a big 3 yesterday playing against the Lynx, but she don't have to be this Caitlin Clark, shoot all the threes, take all the big shots. She's the better overall player, in my opinion. And I'm happy for Paige and to see where her future goes within the WNBA and this season and her career. Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark. You could tell that Angel Reese has some hatred towards Caitlin Clark. And this is going to be make or break for Angel Reese and to see where her career takes her. And I was talking to David Mendoza, who's on the Doug Serravo Show. She's the Draymond Green of the WNBA. I don't know if that's offensive or not, but Angel Reese, for me, is the Draymond Green of the WNBA. And what she has to do is to establish herself and what she's going to be for her career. Because she may not be putting up the big numbers. She gets the rebounds, but at the end of the day, it's, what are you going to get out of her? Who are you going to build around if you're Chicago? Is it Haley Van Leeth? Is it Angel Reese? She had 17 rebounds in a terrible loss. They lost what? 93-58 Saturday. So how are you going to build around her? Is she the main piece that you want to focus on? Realistically, is she the main person? Or is she just going to be your defensive star? Because you have to figure a way how you're going to build this team and where you're going to build this team. But Caitlin Clark, I think she had a triple-double that game, and she's proven that she's one of the best players right now. She put up 27 points, 11 assists, and 5 rebounds in 38 minutes in her last game. And it's just, I think the Fever are going to be very good for a long time. It takes one player to change an organization. Yeah, I have my thoughts on Caitlin Clark being the player she is, just being a three-point shooter, but she's also better than Angel Reese. And you could tell there's a rivalry brewing there. Third and final point, who is a threat to the New York Liberty? Now, they only played one game compared to other teams, but I really like the Phoenix Mercury. I like the Minnesota Lynx. And can the LA Sparks find a groove and get into the playoffs? I think having Kelsey Plum can make a big difference for them. I like the Seattle Storm. I think their rookie I'm not sure, Dominica Melanze, if that's how you say it right. Um, I, I needed to see more. Can the Fever come out of the East and take over the Liberty? Or will the Liberty still get to the final and lose to a team like Minnesota? Those are my 3 points of the first week of the WNBA season. We're going to have more episodes of Dougie and the W, which is every Friday at 11:30 a.m. So we appreciate the support, and we hope you either agree or disagree with my 3 points of the day. Again, we discussed Paige Buckers' debut, the rivalry of Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark, and who's a threat to the New York Liberty. Dougie and the W is brought to you by the Doug Saravo Show. We will see everybody next time, and thank you for your support.